Variablast, Variablast, what are we going to have to do with you? Pulling the living crap out of you, it looks like.
Alright, hey, Bionic Dance, let me, let me point out a few things. One, your argument is inapplicable. It's irrelevant. It's stupid. You say words don't matter in your video, which is a response to Ruby Dynamite.
No, you fool. My Sticks and Stones video is actually a remake of a much, much older video of mine. It has nothing to do with your stupid cause, and it's only posted as a response to what Ruby was saying because it was relevant. It was about insults, words we find insulting. That's the only reason I posted it. You have no idea what you're talking about.
And she does all that because words matter. And she's blocked me because words matter. We pick our words carefully because they fucking matter.
No, what matters is what those words actually mean. The definitions, the cultural baggage attached to them. I mean, if it weren't for that stuff, if it weren't for what it means to the person you're saying it to, it's just meaningless gabble. That's something you don't seem to quite realize.
You say words don't matter, and that was the point of your video. That is not an argument against niggering.
Yeah, that's right. I said that. But that's only half of what I said. That's not the relevant part. The relevant part is that sure, okay, words only have meaning that we give to it, and that's the point, is that people give these words meaning, bad meaning, prejudice, bigoted meaning. I mean, people use the word nigger, and I don't know anybody who uses it in a good way, except for you. And you are trying to change the entire world's attitude towards this word. And you know what? Ain't gonna happen. And even if it did, what's the point? I mean, people are just going to find another word to express their bigoted point of view. What you really should be doing is trying to change the cultural attitude toward other races. After that, the words just lose their power. There's no reason to use them at all. Don't change the word nigger, change attitudes. Come on, man, get with it.
And your resistance to niggering is just you being an argillaceous fucktard, or serving the argillaceous fucktard.
Is argillaceous anything like scrumdiddlyumptious?
The point, AGP, is 1, improving the language.
Changing the language may be. Improving it? I'm not so sure about that.
2, getting rid of a horrible, racist, hateful slur.
Which will just be replaced by another horrible, hateful racial slur. You're not going to change anything by changing the word. It's utterly pointless. They'll just come up with a new way to insult the same people. You have to change hearts and minds before you'll ever change the word in any kind of meaningful way. That's just the bottom line, and you refuse to see it.
The other point is to create a new niggerhood, a brotherhood of man that rests on stronger evolutionary theory than we had in the past.
And if you were calling it just about anything other than niggerhood, I might agree with you. The problem is you're trying so hard to take back this word that has all this cultural baggage attached to it that nobody's willing to get on board with you. I'm sorry, but you have to understand that word is culturally charged, and people are going to feel certain ways about it. Right or wrong, they're going to. The question I have to ask you is, do you want to choose a method that's going to actually work and get the job done, or do you want to choose one that follows this ideology you have about this one particular word? Because frankly, only one of those is going to work, and I'm afraid it's not the one that you want.
In the past, evolutionary theory didn't know the date of melatonin's change, right? And so it didn't know that this is a new adaptation, light skin.
So what? That's got nothing to do with this. The fact of the matter is that people are being extraordinarily crappy to each other, and we'd like them to knock it the hell off. I mean, if that's not your goal, tell me now, 'cause we're talking at cross purposes if not. But that also makes me think, gee, this guy's kind of a jerk, isn't he? But the fact of the matter is that if we want people to start treating each other with a little more dignity, changing the meaning of a word isn't going to do it. That's the bottom line. You have to change the attitude behind the word. That's a lesson you seem unwilling to learn.
That's the point, man. We can fight racism and creationism and make it clear that we're all fucking niggers.
And so long as you insist on using that word, nobody is going to hear your message. It's that simple. You have to find a word that doesn't get people's hackles up. I mean, culturally speaking, that word is charged. Like it or not, it is. Okay, you have to work within that system. You can't just say to people, oh, by the way, I'm taking that word back, and have them play along. It's not going to work like that. It's not going to happen, much as you may want it to. I mean, come on, do you want to use a method that works and accomplishes the goal of having mutual species-wide respect? Or do you want to use this pie-in-the-sky, best-case scenario ivory tower method that you've been using? That isn't working. That's turning people against you. Pick one.
And neo-Nazis damn well exist. Wouldn't it be better if people felt capable of telling neo-Nazis when they came across them that those neo-Nazis are niggers?
You know what, pal? You go right ahead. Just be sure to leave your next of kin's address and phone number so we know where to ship the remains. What little there'll be.
Wouldn't that be a good thing?
So long as I've got popcorn and a ringside seat, you darn betcha.
To say that you don't see the point is to be obtuse.
If you want to talk about being obtuse, how about the sheer number of times people have tried to explain to you just how culturally charged this word is, how much of an uphill battle you'll have, that this word is better discarded, that even if you manage to somehow get the word changed, that people will just choose another word to use to insult people of races they don't like. No matter how many times people explain this concept to you, you refuse to hear it, refuse to see it, refuse to believe it, and continue on your way. That's obtuse.
For your purposes, if you truly don't give a fuck, then that's fine, and just watch me die and watch me dissolve and fade away.
Hey pal, you're the one who left comments on my videos. You're the one who started us talking about this issue in the first place. And now you're telling me to leave you alone? How about heeding your own advice?
But if you start to care about niggers for just a minute, then you'll see that you could be accepting some of the burden and helping us carry it much farther.
But you know what, pal? Back at you. I mean, you could be helping us a lot. You could be shouldering this burden. You could give up this pointless, foolish crusade of yours to get that word changed. I mean, that seems to be the main point of contention, is people don't like that word. They really don't. And your attempts to get it changed, to remove that stigma, are coming to nothing. They're hurting your efforts. If you said care about humans instead of care about niggers, if you said care about people, even if you said care about blacks, if that's what you meant, or if you just meant humans in general, it's hard to tell sometimes. If that's all you'd said, we'd probably be on board with you. It's this stupid crusade about that word that's holding you back. You don't seem to realize that you too can be your own damn worst enemy. You don't seem willing to even entertain that possibility, no matter how many people tell you.
Sometimes one person is correct and everyone else is wrong. These videos are valuable, and I'm correct, and I have been for a long time now.
You see? Not even willing to entertain the notion that he might be wrong.
And I'm going to link also to a discussion of niggering the word faggot, which I don't think is doable at this time.
What are you, fucking nuts? Even allowing for this pure stupidity, pure moronhood of making the word nigger into a verb. I mean, come on, epic facepalm time, pal. But even allowing for that, okay, the word faggot does not have the cultural baggage, not nearly as much, as the word nigger. It doesn't set people off as much. In fact, if you start hanging out with gays and lesbians, you will hear us call each other dyke or fag or any of that stuff. It happens. It does. Those are words that entered the cultural zeitgeist rather later than the word nigger, didn't have centuries of slavery attached to them, and they've been taken back by popular culture. That's possible to do. Nigger is much more charged. It has a greater stigma attached to it, and you don't seem to realize that. And trying to say that the word faggot is harder to do this than the word nigger, I'm holding back right now. If I could, I would facepalm so hard I'd smash to the back of my skull.
I look at these people and I'm just like, how are you so fucking stupid?
Oh, the irony.
You know, like, you people strike me as if you are honestly, profoundly, mentally incapable.
Make it stop. Make the pain stop.
Your ideology makes it so that you're committed forever to the N-word staying racist and abusive.
So what? So fucking what? I mean, if people stop being racist themselves, guess what they're going to stop doing? Using that word. And then, who cares if it's racist or abusive? You don't have to take the word back. You just have to get people to stop using it to hurt each other. Why is that so hard for you to comprehend?
And I don't have a clue.
Believe me, we know. Until next time, gang, don't run on automatic. Instead, unlike Variablast, please think. Please take the time to rate this video. And hey, if you dig what I do, subscribe. You might also enjoy my webcomic, The Adventures of Kinneara Baxter. You'll find a link in the info bar. Not rating videos has been shown to cause obesity, acne, and male pattern baldness in laboratory rats.